When my wife told me not to wait up that night, I felt something wasn't right. So I said, "Tell Mark I said hi." Her smile vanished. That's when everything changed. I've been married to Emma for 8 years. We weren't perfect, but I always thought we were solid. We had history, memories, inside jokes only we understood. I believed she was my forever. But over the past few months, something changed. She became distant, quiet. The warmth in her voice turned to short replies. The little things started piling up. Her phone, always face down. Late nights at work events. That new perfume I'd never smelled before. At first, I didn't want to overthink it. Maybe it was stress, I told myself. Maybe I was being paranoid. But the truth has a way of whispering in your ear when you least expect it. One evening, she was getting ready, fixing her hair, putting on lipstick, wearing that red dress she hadn't worn in years. I was sitting on the couch watching her in the reflection of the mirror. "Big night?" I asked. She smiled faintly but didn't meet my eyes. "Just dinner with some coworkers. Don't wait up tonight." And that's when I said it. "Tell Mark I said hi." For a split second, her face froze. Her hands stopped midair. Her eyes widened just slightly, enough for me to notice. Then she laughed, forced, quick. "What are you talking about?" I shrugged. "Nothing. Just guessing." She smiled again, but it didn't reach her eyes. And when she walked out the door, I felt it. Something was off. I didn't know what, but that sentence, "Tell Mark I said hi," had just cracked open a truth I wasn't ready for. That night I couldn't sleep. The clock ticked louder than usual. Every sound in the house reminded me that she wasn't there. I tried watching TV, reading, anything to distract myself, but all I could think about was her face when I mentioned Mark. I got up and walked around. Her purse was gone, her perfume lingered in the air, and then I saw it, her laptop sitting on the desk. She never left it unlocked. But tonight it was open. My heart pounded. I hesitated. I shouldn't look. I should trust her. But trust only works when it's earned. And lately, I wasn't sure anymore. I sat down and touched the keyboard. The screen lit up. The password prompt appeared. I typed in our wedding date. It worked. Her email was open. I scrolled through it, hands trembling. And there it was, a message from someone named Mark. Subject line, "Same time tonight?" I clicked. There they were, smiling together at a restaurant I knew, the same place where Emma and I had celebrated our first anniversary. I stared at the picture until my chest started to tighten. I scrolled further, more messages, weeks of them. "Can't wait to see you again." Last night was perfect. "Don't wait up tonight." The last line cut deeper than all the rest. It was the same message she'd just told me hours ago. I felt sick. I closed the laptop slowly, as if that would undo what I'd seen. But the truth doesn't disappear when you shut the screen. That night, I sat in silence until sunrise, realizing I wasn't just losing a wife, I was losing the person I thought she was. The next morning, I tried pretending everything was normal. She texted me at work. "Hope you're having a good day." I didn't reply. My hands were still shaking. I couldn't unsee what I saw. The way she looked at him in those pictures. It was the same way she used to look at me. That quiet smile, that softness in her eyes. At lunch, I opened the emails again. I read every single one. The words blurred, but the meaning was crystal clear. They weren't co-workers. They were lovers. She called him her escape. He called her his peace. I felt like a fool. All those nights I believed her excuses. All those times she said "I love you" with lips that had kissed someone else. I realized it wasn't just the cheating that broke me. It was the performance. The ease with which she could lie and still look me in the eye. When she came home that evening, I didn't confront her. Not yet. I watched her instead. Every move, every expression, every text she sent when she thought I wasn't looking. And when she kissed me goodnight, I knew I couldn't sleep beside her anymore. The truth was sitting in my chest like a weight, waiting to be dropped. Tomorrow, I told myself. Tomorrow she'll know that I know. The next night she came home late again. She didn't expect me to be awake. She froze when she saw me sitting on the couch. "Hey," she said softly. "Why are you still up?" I looked at her, then at the laptop on the coffee table. "How was dinner with Mark?" She blinked. "What?" I turned the screen toward her. "You tell me." Her eyes widened. She looked from me to the laptop and back again. I could see the truth hit her like a wave. No excuses could cover this. "It's not what you think," she started. "Really?" I asked. "Because it looks exactly like what I think." Tears filled her eyes. "I didn't mean for this to happen. I was lonely. We've been distant." Stop. I didn't raise my voice. You could have told me you were unhappy. You didn't have to lie. You didn't have to destroy everything. She tried to take my hand, but I stepped back. I loved you, I said quietly. You used that love as a shield while you built another life behind my back. Her tears came harder. Please, I can fix this. But I knew she couldn't. Because the moment she chose someone else, she broke something that doesn't heal. Trust. The morning after, everything felt heavier. She sat at the kitchen table in silence, still crying. Her coffee had gone cold hours ago. I packed a bag slowly. Shirts, toothbrush, nothing more. The house felt unfamiliar, like I was walking through a memory that didn't belong to me anymore. She looked up. Please don't go, she whispered. We can work through this. I wanted to believe her. I really did, but I couldn't rebuild something on the ashes of lies. You broke something we can't fix, I said. Her lip trembled. I never wanted to hurt you. You did anyway. I walked to the door, the bag heavy in my hand. I turned the knob, but before stepping out, I looked back one last time. She looked smaller somehow, like she'd already realized what she'd lost. Don't wait up for me this time, I said quietly. The door clicked shut behind me. And just like that, silence returned, but this time it didn't feel empty. It felt honest. Outside, the morning air hit my face, cool and fresh. I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I'd finally stopped waiting for a woman who'd already left me long before I walked away. Sometimes, one sentence changes everything. For me, it was, "Tell Mark I said hi." That moment ended a chapter of my life, but it also started a new one. If you've ever been betrayed by someone you trusted, know this. It doesn't define you. It frees you. Subscribe for more real-life stories that speak to the heart, because sometimes the hardest goodbyes lead us to the best beginnings.